Um, Hello everyone, I'm Basak from Penn State. I'm in my... Is that better? Okay. I would like to tell you about my work on information theory and its relation to social networks. In the age of the internet, we're living in a highly connected world. We're connected to our friends through social media. We're connected to our smartphones. And we're even connected to other smart things, such as smart homes or smart cars that can understand us and interact with us. One common aspect in all these modern networks is that they are designed to facilitate the interaction between humans, as well as humans and other intelligent agents. These intelligent agents often have different backgrounds, characteristics, and inference capabilities, which leads to different interpretations of the same received information. Networked systems that operate under such ambiguous environments should be able to adapt to these interpretation differences of the communicating parties. Here you see Claude Shannon, who has developed the mathematical principles of information transmission in modern communication and computing systems. Shannon has laid out the foundations of what is known as the digital revolution or the information age. In his seminal work, which has created the field of information theory, Shannon has stated that the meanings of the messages are irrelevant to the engineering problem of communication. As such, the modern communication systems that we use today, including cellular networks or computer communication networks, are agnostic to the semantic and social aspects of communication. My research aims to develop mathematical principles of information transmission in human societies. I study the fundamental limits of information transferred in real-world networks, and I develop algorithms to make network applications human-centric. Unlike the classical communication problem, this necessitates taking into account the semantic relationships between messages, such as words, as well as the personal backgrounds, characteristics, and interests of the communicating parties. To do so, my research takes an interdisciplinary approach rooted in information theory and optimization and incorporates social network analysis and mathematical logic. In the last part of my talk, I would like to give you a brief demonstration of such an interaction model that extends the classical communication scenario to take into account social relationships and social influence. Suppose that Alice makes an observation about some event and transmits it to Bob through a noisy channel. In addition to the noisy information received from Alice, Bob, let's say, have access to some camera images. In addition to these camera images, let's say there is some person, which I call an agent, who can influence how Bob perceives the information, perceives this camera images, by, let's say, controlling the camera settings, such as its resolution. A helpful agent will set the camera settings to high quality. This way, after receiving the image, Bob can distinguish Alice's message perfectly. However, an adversarial agent will set the camera settings to low quality, and after doing so, Bob will not be able to use the information content in the images to distinguish the messages transmitted by Alice. So this problem is a straightforward problem if Alice and Bob knew the characteristic of this agent, whether it's helpful or adversarial. But what if they don't? What if they don't know the personality of the agent, as often happens in social settings? So my research studies the optimal interaction strategies in such uncertain behavior, under such uncertain behavior. Understanding the fundamental limits of such interaction models is the key to understanding the ultimate capabilities of human-computer interaction. Thank you for your attention.